and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to recreate a look of a picture that I posted on my Instagram, and that is an all matte makeup look which I did back in a trip to Amsterdam, and a lot of people have asked me about it and liked that particular picture, so I wanted to recreate the look. Today's is a little bit different because I'm dressed up a little bit more girly, but this is the perfect look if you're looking for all matte makeup. I've used all matte products and a mixture of high street and high-end products, and I've used one of my favourite shadow palettes, which is the Makeup Revolution matte palette. So I hope you enjoy this tutorial, and if you want to see how I created this look with this matte cut crease smoky eye, then please keep watching. So the first thing I'm going to do is prime my face using the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. And that's just going to make sure everything stays in place all day. And then I am actually using a foundation that I have not used for some time, and that is the MAC Matchmaster Foundation. Now the great thing about this foundation is that it has really good coverage and it actually adapts to your skin tone. Not dramatically, but if you are to go on holiday and get a bit of a tan, it will actually adapt to that. Unless you tan ridiculously, I actually hardly tan at all, so it's not really a problem for me, but it is really handy for when I do have a tan because it adapts to my skin. And I'm going to prime my lids using the Urban Decay Primer Potion, and I'm just patting that into my eyelids using a black silver brush, and also putting that underneath my eyes where I'm going to put some shadow. And then I'm using my MAC paint pot in Painterly and doing the exact same thing and patting that into my lids. I'm going to use this Revolution matte palette to do my eyes, and first thing I'm going to do is use a really light cream base colour and just pat that all over both of my eyelids. And then I'm going to use this kind of browny purple colour in my crease, and that is going to be my transition shade. And I'm really going to buff that in using a fluffy blending brush. And I'm making sure that only stays into my crease and doesn't go anywhere else in my eye. And you might need to add a bit more product to your eyeshadow brush. But I was blending for some time just to make sure there were no harsh lines and that everything blended into one. Just making sure everything is even on both sides. The next thing I am going to do is using the same colour line just underneath my eyelids, sorry, on my bottom eyes. And then I am using the cream again just to accentuate where the colour was in the corners of my eyes, because when I was doing my cut crease, I think some of it may have just got lost there. So I'm going to use this dark kind of brown and again go over my crease because I really wanted this to be accentuated. I'm going to use this Freedom palette which I bought online and was only about £6 I think, but it's actually a really good highlight and contour palette. And you'll see here it's got a few different shades, so you can use this on different skin tones, and it's really creamy and easily blendable. The pigment's nice and strong too. So I'm going to use that palette and I'm going to use the lighter shade to highlight in my usual areas. And for £6 this is a really great palette because of the colours and the shades it comes with. And I'm going to use a darker shade now to do my contour using a flat eyeshadow brush, because that's going to give me the precision of the lines and make sure I've got a really sharp contour. I'm going to go onto my eyebrows using the Anastasia Dip Brow, and my shade is Ebony. I swear by this eyebrow product, and I don't think there's much better than Anastasia Beverly Hills out there, and especially the dip brow I think really works well and gives a natural finish. You will see how I'm using it by outlining a good eyebrow shape first and then filling that in by mimicking the brow hair, and then also at the front of my eyebrows where my hairs stand up and go in a different direction, I am stroking my brush upwards to give it a really natural look. And once they're as even as they can be, I'm using a spoolie just to brush through that. I'm going back to the eyeshadow palette and getting a kind of bone cream colour and putting that underneath my brow bone, and that's going to accentuate my brow bone and my eyebrow shape. Usually I'd use a shimmery highlighter to do this, but as it's a matte look, this works just as well. Don't forget to have a coffee break. It can be a long process doing your makeup in the morning. And I'm going to use the Tarte Tatiest clay liner to now do my winged liner. And as always, my tip in doing this well is to use a flat angled brush. It's all about the tools that you're using. And I don't go the whole way into my eye, so you'll see it's about 3/4 of the way across, but not right into the corner. Just because I feel like this makes my eyes look smaller, not bigger, and I don't want them to look small. Now, I wasn't quite happy with the outer corners of my shadow, so I added a darker blend of the darkest shadow in the palette. It's a really dark brown and the plummy brown that I used earlier. And I'm using quite a dense round brush to put that into the corners of my eyes. Now I'm going to use the NYX Wonder Pencil underneath my eyes, and that is a cream liner. And the reason why I use a cream colour liner is because, again, I feel like it makes my eyes look bigger. And using the Urban Decay setting spray, I am going to spray my contour before I set it, just because it's going to help me blend it a bit. And now I am blending in all the areas that I highlighted using my Real Techniques buffing brush. And I want to make sure that I don't blend where the contour is just yet, so only in the highlighted areas. And the reason for this is because I'm going to use a different brush. So now you'll see I am using a flat brush to blend the contour. And at first I'm just going to go in the sharp direction, and then I'm going to blend out. Now, to make sure it's all blended in well and there isn't any harsh lines, I am blending everything out again using the Real Techniques buffing brush. And to set my contour, I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit. And again, using a flat brush, I'm going to do a really sharp line on my cheekbones and down my nose and in my hairline. And this is just going to give the sharpness again of the contour. But then again, you don't want any lines to stand out on your face, so I'm going to make sure everything is blended in really well. And then I'm going to use this MAC matte blush in Desert Rose. And this is a really versatile blusher that suits so many different skin tones, and I absolutely love it. It's quite a dark pink, and I'm just patting that into the apples of my cheeks and then outwards. Now I'm going to go on to lashes, and I'm not going to use falsies, so I'm just going to stick with this mascara, and it's my favourite. It's the Soap & Glory Thick and Fast Mascara, and you can already see a difference from just the one coat that I'm using. I've had so many compliments on my eyelashes when I use this. Even when I'm not wearing any eyeliner, people really notice how much my eyelashes stand out. and I'm going to do a couple of coats of this because I'm not doing any falsies. And to set everything in place, I'm going to use my MAC Studio Fix Powder Plus and a big powder brush and just putting that all over my face to blend in all the areas and make sure there aren't any lines. And to finish, I'm going to use my NYX Liquid Lingerie Lip Stick, I want to say, my matte lip cream. And finally going to set everything in place, again using the Decay All Nighter Spray. Now once my hair is done, you will see this is the final look. And this is a really nice matte makeup look, and it's perfect for spring, for bridesmaids, for brides, and all sorts of occasions. If you enjoyed watching this tutorial, please give me a big thumbs up. Thanks for watching, bye!